Dank u wel, meneer de voorzitter. Thank you very much. After this little British electoral game that we shall see, I think, every session of the Parliament now in the next weeks, let's come back to the informal European Council. I have read the draft statement, Chairman. I hope that everybody have already read the draft statement, and it's very disappointing. We can do better than what is in the draft statement of the informal Council. We have to use this momentum to repeat a little bit what we did after 9/11, and that was to launch a roadmap. We established the European arrest warrant, and we need to do the same thing. First of all, a PNR system, but we have committed to do so, to work quickly on that, but only on a legally sound system, a system that contains the necessary safeguards, and I hope that with a huge majority we can vote that opinion now in a few hours. But, Chairman of the Council has to do its work also, because the main files are not blocked in the Parliament, the main files are blocked in the Council for the moment in fighting terrorism. The strengthening of Europol, blocked in the Council. The strengthening of Eurojust, blocked in the Council. The Data Protection Directive, blocked in the Council. So what I hope is that this informal meeting is deblocking this, unblocking this, and so that we can go forward. And secondly, it needs also an in-depth discussion about the real thing to do, that is sharing information in the European Union, making of this intelligence service a Euro-Intel, a European intelligence service, because all perpetrators were now in the Paris attacks. It is a question of sharing information. And finally, also strengthening our external borders of Schengen. It should be a huge mistake now to say that Schengen is the problem. No, Schengen is not the problem. Like Mr. Timmermans said, we need to strengthen the outside control of our borders by using fully the SES, systematically the SES system. So that's my first appeal to you. Second appeal is on Greece. My opinion is very clear, dear colleagues, because I followed a little bit the debate here between Mr. Pittella and Mr. Weber. Let's not rush in this. Let's first give the possibility to the new Greek government to come forward with a plan, with in-depth reforms. Because the people of Greece were right, naturally. They wanted change, because neither PASOK, neither Nea Demokratia was capable to change something, because they are the source of the clientelistic system and the corruption in Greece. So I'm open to the proposals of Mr. Syriza, and to see what he can offer as in-depth reforms. And then we can talk about their depth. Not first talk about the depth and then the reforms, but that shall never happen. First the reforms, and then we can talk about that. But anyway, we shall never accept one thing from the new Greek government. That is that they want to revive the ghosts of the past by asking reparations to another country, member states of the European Union. That is not the foundation of the European Union. The foundation of the European Union is not based on revenge, as we did that mistake in Versailles more than 80, 90 years ago. And Mr. Tsipras says, yeah, I have a moral obligation to do that. Well, in my opinion, the moral obligation of Tsipras is not to revive the ghosts of the past, but his moral obligation is to work on the future of Greece and the European Union. Like our moral obligation is also to help Greece and to work on this future of the European Union, but certainly not to revive the ghosts of the past. And then finally, Mr. Chairman, Ukraine. Okay, well, we're going to do that later, talk about who is doing the job now, Hollande, Merkel, Tusk. The most important is that we have a lasting deal in Minsk. That's the most important. But to have a lasting deal in Minsk, I think that we have, with the European Union, that we are obliged to have a united and strong position. In negotiations with Mr. Putin, the only thing that counts is a united and strong position of the Europeans. And for me that means three things. First of all, let's help the Ukrainians with non-lethal means. Satellite image, intelligence, cyber defense. Let's help them. And secondly, let's also think about new economic sanctions. And finally, let's be united with the United States. Let's not make again the shame of Kosovo, where it were the Americans who have to solve our problems on European soil, because we had not the courage and neither the means to do so. So I hope that we have a firm position in Minsk, and that's the only united position, that's the only chance we have to have a lasting deal in that most important conflict. Thank you.